It's the start of cozy reading night. So we just got home from picking the kids up from school. There's Holly. She had a field trip today. Where'd you go?
The capital.
Of what state?
California.
What is the capital of California?
I don't know.
What's the name of the city? What's the capital of California?
Sacramento.
Yeah. And that's Sam. He had a regular school day. So what are you going to read?
Harry Potter.
Which book? One?
Yeah,
book.
one.
Okay. Holly is experiencing a bit of a book hangover after having read the entire Harry Potter series and then Tilly and the Book Wanderers by Anna James. And now those are really the only things that you want to read?
Yeah.
Nothing else sounds good.
Nope.
So Holly's going to read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And I'm going to be starting with the Starless Sea. And I think later I'll get back into Barchester Towers. So we're going to read for about an hour or build Legos for about an hour. And then we're going to go out to dinner and then come back home and read some more before cookie time. Check in with you later.
Four arms.
Is a lightsaber for each arm?
Yeah, he kills the Jedi and then he takes it from him.
Rude.
No. He just wants as much lightsabers as he can. Stevie, come on. Stevie. Wait.
Every animal for themselves from here on in. What is this, the Thunderdome? We're not leaving anyone. You'll need a few minutes. Even a state-of-the-art private jet.
So it is Saturday night. It is just about 7 o'clock. I am settled down on the couch. There's a doggy on my lap. And the kids got picked up at around noon today. We just had kind of a lazy morning. And then after they got picked up, I went over to see Sam, his dad, and stepmom, and his stepmom's mom. There's no such thing as a step grandma, is there? All grandmas are just grandmas, right? They were there to visit. Grandma is from St. Louis, so it was a special treat that she's here. And then I went to the gym and just cooked myself up a delicious dinner of a ribeye, some sauteed spinach, and broccoli, which was super yummy. And while I was cooking dinner, I finished the audiobook of I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. So freaking good. The last, part 3 at least. I haven't looked physically in the book to see like what percentage of the book that is, but is after her death. And so it's finished by a fellow researcher and another writer or something. And then included in the end, there's a letter from Michelle to the Golden State Killer, whoever he would be eventually. And there's a couple other additional pieces of information. There's a bit written by and read in the audiobook by Patton Oswalt, Michelle's, the actor, her husband. And now actually what I want to do, because there's all sorts of references to, there's from the audiobook you can look at PDFs, but since I have the physical copy, I'm going to look at some of the just text. I'm going to look at some of the like maps and whatever data kind of things that they had collected, because it was so fascinating listening to this and having my hometown, these neighborhoods and areas in my hometown being discussed. It makes me want to look up more information because he was captured after Michelle's death, and after the epilogue includes basically Michelle's team finding out about that he was captured, but we don't get a whole lot of information on him. So I would like to look more into that. I remember when it happened, when he was captured, because it was local news. Literally, the helicopters were flying over my parents' house because it was part of the circle, because he was just in the neighborhood across a main road. So I remember that he was captured. I remember kind of everybody's reactions, everyone who's kind of around my parents' age, because they were teenagers, young adults at the time of his kind of reign of terror. And so I never really ended up finding much about him. So I just want to kind of find out a little bit more about that and peruse the book. And then I'm probably going to do that after I finish this Vlogmas Day 14 of Lauren in the books. And then I think I need to get back to Mr. Hardy and figure out what's going to happen. Is he going to go back to being the warden? Is he going to be the dean? We'll see. I don't know the difference between I don't know the Anglican Church well enough to understand what all these different titles mean. But anyhow, that is the plan for the evening. So it is Sunday morning, about 7:45, and I'm sitting here on the couch. Oh, being visited by a doggy. I'm going to have to take him for a WALK soon. He's getting tangled. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about Barchester Towers for a minute. There's a female character who is the object of several men's affections in this book, and one man in particular is not well regarded among many of the people in Barchester, including her father. She basically is just cordial to him. She has she doesn't believe that she's led him on in any way, or that she has acted imprudently or anything with him, but basically just the fact that she has had conversations with him and one time received a letter from him. What a harlot. She's perceived as being much more interested in this man than she is. And I love that, just based on principle, she does not answer plainly to the men who are inquiring about her relationship with him. She basically, all she would have to do is say, I'm not interested in him. But she doesn't, because just the fact that they're inquiring, she's like, no, you don't have a right to inquire about this, and I'm not going to give you the benefit of a straight answer. And so it just leaves these men wondering and stewing in their own over-analytical thoughts. I just love it. So Eleanor may be one of my favorite classic literature characters at this point. So I probably need to take this guy for a WALK so he stops whining. Yeah. Do you need to go get some energy out? Go get some sniffing done? Mark your territory around the neighborhood? Yeah? Should we go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk? Where's the leash? You want to go? Okay, let's go. Yeah? Okay, hang on. I got your shoes on. If you can tell a difference, maybe you can, in the video quality. It'll be an interesting experiment to see. I am now recording on my new iPhone 11. So previously I was recording off my iPhone 7, and now this is the 11. I didn't go for the Pro or the Max, or the Pro Max, whatever it is. I went for the regular 11, but with the 256 gigs of memory. Because I do a lot of video and I take a lot of pictures, and so I always end up having to delete a bunch of stuff. So I splurged on, I would rather have the memory than the like extra zoom camera or whatever it is, because I mostly do video on here. So yeah, today's been like a good day, but kind of frustrating in the technology realm. It just took way too long to back up the old phone and then transfer everything and get this one set up. But It's now working. I'm still waiting for a bunch of apps to finish downloading and everything like that. Got a good bit of cleaning done. I had kind of a sad tummy earlier today, so I've basically just been hanging around the house. But I was able to be really productive as far as cleaning and everything. Have not got much reading done, so I just heard the dryer stop. I have sheets. My sheets are in the dryer, so I'm going to go change my bedding real quick. And then I should be able to just hunker down with a book. It is 7:18 right now in the evening. My sister's dropping off the baby tomorrow morning. Not super early, around like 8:30, because she's driving on a field trip. I don't know what that had to do with anything at all. Yeah. Anyway, I want to read. So, yeah, I'll probably read some Starless Sea. And if I could read like a couple Starless Sea chapters and one more chapter in The Warden today, I'd be really happy. I did read, I think, like a chapter and a half of Barchester Towers. I got tired last night, so I stopped in the middle of a chapter of Barchester Towers, so I finished that chapter and then read one more chapter. So I'd love to be able to finish one more chapter in Barchester Towers and then see how far I can read in the Starless Sea. The thing about reading a classic is it's really hard because it just takes a little bit more concentration. It's slower. Not that Anthony Trollope's writing is so complex. It's not. It's just slower. And so it's much harder to be like excited about it if you're starting to get tired. So I would rather read my chapter in The Warden earlier than later. And then I think I'll be able to have more kind of endurance for reading the Starless Sea. Good morning. It is cold. It is legit cold. It is literally freezing. It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius. I can do that math. Yeah, taking the dog out for a walk. It's just after, it's like 7:30, I think. Baby is coming in a little bit, so I need to walk the dog, and then, the dog is trying to pull me right now. And then I think I'm actually going to do just a quick little run on my treadmill and hop in the shower before my sister gets here with the baby. And this is definitely the coldest morning we've had so far. So I live in Northern California. I'm about 100 miles east, inland of San Francisco. And so it does get cold here sometimes. Come on, babe, sit, Stevie. Probably the coldest it ever gets here on like a winter morning would be the upper 20s. Last year was a really warm summer, and we hardly had any like actual freezing temperatures. I think the daytime high yesterday was like 58 degrees or something like that. So it's like warm. I was wearing a t-shirt in my house pretty much all day yesterday. So anyhow, I'm gonna sign off so I can put my glove back on because my right hand holding this camera is freezing. Check in with you later.
And I've got a lot of books on my shelves and I need to get rid of some. So I've done this before.
Yeah, it's a froggy. No, thank you. No, that's not yours.
Where I live locally.
Sorry, buddy.
And just pop them on the beach with a little note on the front and see if people pick them up. Now I did this before with 10 books in the summer.
Elmo.
And all of them went. And we were delighted, weren't we, David? I never thought all of them would go. It was very, very exciting. So I've got, again...
What are you doing? It's now 10:30. I've been playing with the baby. She is now asleep. I really needed to take a shower. I ended up running about 1.5 miles on the treadmill before my sister and the baby got here. So I have the baby asleep in her porta crib in my bedroom. So before she fell asleep, I grabbed some like soap and shampoo and conditioner and took it into the front bathroom. Which I needed to clean anyway because I have guests coming right after Christmas. So yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm clean, and so is the front shower. And yeah, I'm finally now going to sit down. I'm going to read some of the Starless Sea and hope she takes a nice long nap for me, which is not usually the case. Everybody else gets this kid to sleep for hours, usually 30, 45 minutes for me, and she's already been asleep for about 45 minutes. So hopefully this is going to be one of those days. I did make extra effort to make sure that it was really dark in my bedroom. I have pocket doors, like a double set of pocket doors that separate my bathroom area from my from the bedroom area, and I closed those because there's a window in the bathroom area that doesn't have any sort of covering, so a lot of light comes in through there, and my bedroom is south facing, so just the sun is beating on all those windows. So hopefully that will help and she will sleep longer, and I should stop talking to you and do what I said I was going to do and read this book. So in the Starless Sea, we kind of have this book within a book kind of thing, and we're getting the story of our main character, Zachary Ezra Rollins, as he's often beginning of a chapter full named Zachary Ezra Rollins. And so we're getting his storyline of how he had discovered this book with no title, no author, and he read in it a story from his own childhood. And we have this whole mystery of these like collectors, and the keys and the swords, and there's this young lady Mirabelle, and this guy Dorian, and there's this whole storyline that he's going through this weird world, and he's not quite understanding all what's happening, and this story is unraveling for us. But interspersed between those chapters, we have these great little like fairy tale fables that are told, and from what I can understand, these are all bits of that same book that he found his own story in, and those are just so rich and beautiful. And the writing in itself is really beautiful, but it's not overly flowery or sometimes if a book is written kind of too beautifully, that flowery language ends up kind of overtaking the story for me. The plot gets lost in that flowery language, and that is not the case here. It's just a beautiful way to tell a really cool story. Hi. What are you doing? Got yourself all covered up? What do you see over there? Or Stevie? Dog. Oh, you got a doggy. Oh, sweet doggy. Thank you. Doggy wants a kiss. Mwah! Mwah! Oh, how sweet. Do you want to come out and play? Got herself earlier. Where is it? She keeps turning her head because I keep moving the thing. She got herself earlier on the side of the... Where is it? There we go. On the side of the TV stand thingy. Yeah, an owie. Talking up a storm. What do you have? What is that? Shoo. Charlie. Where's Uncle Sam? There he is. Yeah. Good job. That's him. That's Uncle Sam. sadly, the baby is gone for the day. My sister picked her up a little bit ago, so I'm home for the day and it's time to get some work done. We went to go visit Uncle Sam and had a nice visit. Them, if you ask Charlie, you'll see a video of it, but Charlie knows who Uncle Sam is and it's really sweet. Got to visit with my sister for a little bit, and then I just had myself a really yummy lunch, and now I need to get to work, and so I am going to be announcing that via Instagram at Reformed Health Coach that I am going to be accepting clients soon. So that's about to happen, as well as, I think before I need to do that though, I need to figure out one of those scheduling pages so I can have like a landing site other than my email. So I'm going to look into that. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. This whole starting a business thing is totally new to me. What I would really love to do is just be able to sit there and talk about health and fitness with somebody. But in order to do that in a way that's going to be able to like make me money and make it sustainable is to do the business side of it. So that's what I need to work on right now. Oh my gosh, how do people who work at computers all day handle it with their eyes? They're killing me. Part of the issue is I had cataract surgery when I was 17. I was born with cataracts. And so I have to wear bifocals, transitions, progressives, whatever they're called. So it's, set for distance on the top, reading on the bottom. The problem is a computer is neither distance nor reading. And so I need that middle distance. So right now I'm better off with no glasses. I have an appointment scheduled on Monday to see my eye doctor specifically for that, and I want to get like blue light blocking middle distance glasses specifically for the computer. I'd had them in the past. I had a pair in college that was set for middle distance in reading, which was really helpful for studying when I would be like looking at a book or at paper in front of me, and then also at my laptop. Man, my eyes are just, I have a headache. I just took some Tylenol a little while ago. I'm working on setting up like a scheduling scheduler for my program, and syncing that with Google Calendar and Square in order to accept payments, all that kind of stuff. So part of it probably is I'm not just like looking at a Word document and like writing. I'm trying to figure something out. So it's just the eye strain, and then also I think just like more kind of a different kind of focus than I normally have. I don't know. So I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to handle staring at the computer. I think I'm going to try to give it like 10 more minutes. Trying to complete like one more step on this before I call it a night. And then I can read. Hello. Have I spoken to you yet today? I don't think I have. So it's Tuesday. It is 3:15 right now. I just got home from Sam's. I'm really tired. I was up early this morning, did an early workout. I was at the gym before 7. Came home, got cleaned up, 8, and then I teach a 9:30 fitness class at a senior residence place on Tuesday morning. So I did that, and then went and ran a couple errands. I was already really tired, and I was thinking, I could just go home and take a nap. But instead, I made myself go run a couple errands, and then was over at Sam's for a while. So I am finally back home, and I have to go back to Sam's tonight. That's why I'm home so early, because it's the annual Christmas party tonight. And then I also agreed to go to see Knives Out with my cousin. It's a 7:30 show. I'm so old. 7:30 is so late to be starting something. So I'm going to try to take a nap. So I think I'm probably just going to throw on some BookTube and try to take a bit of a nap before I have to get ready, get all cleaned up and put makeup on and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try to take a nap. Also, I did finish Barchester Towers. I had like 100 pages to go, and I thought, you know what? I was done with my audiobook, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, a few days ago, and so I managed to find it available from my library app. So I finished Barchester Towers this morning, and I was very happy with the ending. So I will check in with you later. Good night. Good morning. It's 8:15 Wednesday morning. I have the kids today. We just dropped off Holly at school. Sammy is homesick for the day. He had a fever yesterday and he's got the sniffles. And Charlie is just Charlie doing her baby things, speaking her Klingon baby language and all that. We'll see how much I can read today. Maybe when Charlie goes down for a nap, I'm going to try to film that video that I messed up on yesterday where I was looking at the wrong side of the camera. So hopefully I can get that done and get that up even before you see this vlog. That video is a list of my top 10 favorite things, processes, non-bookish things of 2019 with some fun recommendations, and there'll be some like coupon codes and stuff like that. So that should be linked in this video because it will already be out when you see this one. So yeah, I'm gonna try to read Starless Sea. I ended up actually having a dream that I think was influenced by the Starless Sea last night. It was just like weird and I couldn't follow it and I don't remember it now, but it was Starless Sea-esque, I think. Anyway, check in later. It's all gone. What's the doggy say? Woof, good job. Yay! Can you dance for me? Good dancing. Good job. Where's Stevie?
Baby!
Stevie! There's Stevie. It's just after 5 on Wednesday evening and the kids are gone for the day. The baby ended up taking a 2-hour nap. I was able to film a video, edit it, and get it posted. That never happens. Usually I start to film a video and she wakes up from her nap and then she ends up being in the video and quite disruptive at that. I was even able to I've read about 25 pages or so in the Starless Sea so far today. I'm waiting for my cousin to come pick me up. We're in a club called the Active 2030 Club where people in their 20s and 30s join and we do fundraisers in order to help children's charities. For Christmas, we've adopted a family and we're meeting tonight to shop for them at Kohl's. So my cousin's gonna pick me up and we're gonna go do that. I really don't want to leave the house. It's cold and wet. I mean, it's not that wet, but I just feel achy and icky, like I don't want to leave, but I probably will feel much better to be out with people too, and then I can come home and get cozy and read. So I'm really enjoying the Starless Sea. I feel like if I had no distractions and I just need to like put my phone in the other room, I could just sit down and plow through 100 pages of this at a time. So hopefully I will be able to make some good progress on it this evening. It's Thursday morning. I ended up sleeping on the couch last night, just horizontal right here. I haven't moved very far. Last night, my cousin Callie and I, she came and picked me up and we met a couple of other people from our Active 2030 Club. We met at Kohl's to shop for this family that we've adopted for Christmas. So we have 3 kind of grown-ups, great-grandma, grandma, and mom, and then the 3 kids. There's an 18-year-old girl, a 12-year-old boy, and a 7-year-old boy. So we shopped for them. 7-year-old? Yeah, I think so. So we got them some clothes, and I was telling my niece and nephew that, we adopted this family, and their Christmas list isn't toys and fun stuff. It's not an iPhone and Lego Star Wars. It was socks and long sleeve shirts and pants, and the fact that they're this 7 and 12-year-old are using their Christmas list to get things that they need that we just take for granted. So it was kind of a nice teaching moment for my niece and nephew who, while, my sister and her husband aren't well off, they are perfectly well cared for. And, they get by just fine. They certainly aren't spoiled. They're certainly not lacking for basic necessities, and they get to get fun things like Lego Star Wars. Of course, great that we're doing this for this family, and that feels so good, but it was also kind of a nice aside that I was able to have that teaching moment for the kids. We went to Kohl's and we were able to get some really nice stuff for everybody, especially the 3 kids. Most of the resources went to the 3 kids, but we were able to get some nice things for the 3 adults. And then we went over to Walmart and got some fun toys for the boys as well. That was really nice. And even though it ended up being kind of a long evening, but what we were doing felt really great. At the moment, I don't feel like doing anything. I know I need to do something, and I know once I start doing something, I'm going to feel better. So I think what I'm going to need to do is, part of me not wanting to do anything is my house is just kind of messy. The kids were here yesterday, stuff laying about everywhere. The baby loves shoes, and so she just takes all of the shoes, moves them, she wears them. I have my shoes are like everywhere. Yeah, and the kids are going to be back tomorrow. So the cleaning I do today will only just be for my temporary sanity because they're going to be back tomorrow. I'm just whining at this point, just talking at my phone. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so it's Thursday morning, about 8:15. I've been up for a couple hours and have done absolutely nothing. So getting dressed and brushing my teeth is pretty much the most productive thing I've done so far today. I ended up sleeping on the couch last night, just, excuse me, I can't get that word out. I just felt tired and achy when I got home last night, and I fell asleep on the couch. I fell asleep on the couch watching YouTube videos, and I don't know, sometime in the middle of the night, woke up, turned off the TV, and just rolled over and stayed on the couch. So I woke up with a sore throat, just feel a little bit congested kind of in my sinuses. I'm supposed to donate blood at 1:15 today, and that's probably not a good idea. If you're not feeling great, first of all, I don't want to pass anything on, and second of all, even if I don't actually have anything, I just don't like to donate blood when I'm not feeling my best, because then I'll really not feel my best. So anyway, I'm out of coffee. The cup of coffee that I had so far this morning was like leftover in the pot from yesterday that I just reheated. My lovely brother-in-law, brought me coffee yesterday morning when he dropped off the kids. So I didn't use much of the coffee that I had made at home yesterday morning. So I'm just heading to Pete's Coffee, which is, I can almost see it already, it's that close. Get more beans, and you get free small coffee when you do that, so I'll probably upgrade that. But I think I will, just to kind of be out of the house for a little while, I'm gonna read the Starless Sea and maybe look over my bullet journal, do any sort of planning thing to kind of get my head on straight today, because it is not. And then when I come home, I really, really need to clean my kitchen. You ever just stack some stuff up in the sink and then you just don't deal with it, and then the stack just gets bigger? So that's kind of what's going on. So I really need to, as Natalie at my reading days says, I really need to bless my house. So it's just the living room and the kitchen that need to be picked up. It should not take me long at all. I mean, 10 minutes tops in the kitchen. So hopefully I'm feeling much more up for that after my little coffee trip. I'm already here. I just parked. So that's what I'm gonna go do. Well, that was unexpectedly productive. So I started reading. I got maybe 2 pages into Starless Sea, and my mind was wandering, and I started coming up with some thoughts for my health coaching business, which I'm getting ready to launch. And so my bullet journal was right there, so I grabbed it and I just started writing things down and kind of brainstorming and getting some things on paper that need to be on paper, which will eventually make it to, I think I'm going to use Instagram. I don't have a website yet, and I don't want to wait to start and put a bunch of money into paying someone to do that for me and everything when I'm just getting started. And I wanted just to get some clients under my belt, get into it before I really put the investment into that. So I think what I'm probably going to do is just kind of put these information bits, rather than on a website, like in a series of Instagram, almost like slides, within a link to my scheduling platform. So yeah, that's kind of what I was just doing. So like, what to expect from me as a coach, what are the actual, what are you getting for my fee? So the first program that I'm launching is going to be, so the name of my company is Reformed Health Coach, with the premise of reform your lifestyle, reform your health. Much of your health is in your control, and it is often our lifestyle that either puts us in a state of good health or in a state of bad health, or anywhere in between. So it's the inputs that we get, that we give to our body, produces the outcome of how we look, how we feel. So my first program is a 12-week program I'm calling 12 Weeks to Reformed Health. And not that in 12 weeks you will be all better, but in 12 weeks you will be feeling better, and you will be on the road to long-term success, as long as you kind of continue to keep this up. And it's not a diet. That's why it's really based on lifestyle. It's really based on lifestyle and setting yourself up for feeling good for a long time, for feeling good today and feeling good 10 years from now, 50 years from now. So that's kind of where I'm started off. So I was able to just get a whole bunch of that down. That's how quick that drive is, by the way. So I think I need to do more of that and just get out of the house, go grab some coffee, and just sit there and whether I'm reading or working or writing, whatever it is, I think I just need to utilize my local Pete's Coffee better. So now I am going to go clean that kitchen, dang it. So yeah, let's go. Yay! Clean countertops. I just need to put that stuff away when I get home later. Clean living room until the kids come over tomorrow. But at least we're starting with a clean slate. And that makes me feel better. Yay! Here in bed with Sam. He has a low-grade fever today. He says he feels poopy. Has a headache and just feels poopy, right? Poopy?
Yeah.
Poopy. So I kind of do too. I don't have a fever. I just have a headache and that kind of off and on sore throat at the moment. So we're hanging out in bed reading Wildwood right now. I think she's 12-year-old girl Prue, whose brother was abducted by a murder of crows, baby brother. And she and a classmate, Curtis, go off into the impassable wilderness on the outskirts of Portland and basically get themselves into the middle of a lot of political division within the woods, and in the attempt to get her brother back. So that's what we're doing. Are you liking this book? Very much, he said. Do you think they're going to be able to save the baby boy?
Yeah.
Of course, right? It's a middle grade book.
Yeah.
Of course, we know he's going to be found and be safe.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how it happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything to say?
Not a thing.
Not a thing.